got there, go to work, listen to whoever the boss is, because you ain't the boss. Listen to somebody else, do your job, however you had to do. Yeah, you had to do all that. This nigga ain't had to worry about nothing. It's like that. Y'all crazy? If you don't see it on the internet, it ain't going on. Y'all bugging. If you just any hanging out, I don't give a fuck if you hanging out in your house all day by yourself. Now I'm saying if you ain't getting no money doing that, you corny. Yeah, so if a nigga's hanging on the corner, 40 years old, 45, 50, however old he is, and he not doing nothing, he just dead, then yeah, he corny. But if he was sitting in his house doing that, he corny too. So, I mean, what are we talking about? You know, the streets come with way more than what? The streets come with way more than what, man? Fuck out of here, man. The streets don't come with way more than nothing, man. This is what you make it out there in the streets, and that's a bona fide fact. Like I said, I never caught a drug case, and I sold mad drugs. I went to jail for violence every time I went to jail. And I did all of that violence that I did because I wanted to. I didn't have to do none of it. I wanted to do all of that. I know that I grew up with. Never went up north, bro. They got money their whole life in the streets, chilling. They ain't trying to get 5,000 a day, 7,000 a day, none of that. It's not about that. You're going to be out here. You got to move tact. You got to be smart. You got to go get you $200, $300 a day. Get out the way. If that ain't nothing but a rotation of 15 licks that call once a day or every other day or every 2 days, that's that. But they never had to have no jobs, none of that. Just chilling. I know a bunch of like that. Bunch of. Not a couple. I don't know a couple. I know a bunch of like that, bro. Because they ain't doing what I did. They didn't like chasing and shooting that. They ain't used to be liking doing the violence shit. They didn't like the violence word. They just was hustling. They just like the money that was in the streets. And that just like the money that's in the streets, chances are they just stay in the streets the whole time. The ones that want to bang, 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 bang all day long, them is the that go to jail, you heard? The violent, gun-related. Most, you know what I'm saying? Or some type of physical altercation. Them are the ones that be going to jail, man. Yeah, catch direct sales and shit like that, but for the most part, out there in them streets, they don't be going to jail like that, homie. Be the that deviate. You deviate from what you like. They tell you that all the time. You get out this shit what you put in, bro. With whatever you doing. If you playing basketball, football, hustling, you gonna get out what you put in. You heard? If you out there trying to do the most, then you gonna get the most when it's time to get getting. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, my son Twin told me some shit one time, you heard? I never let that shit, I never forgot that shit. But I wish I would have heard that shit when I was 12 years old or 13 years old. I heard that stare when I'm like 24, 25 years old, but I already had got a 21-year beard. I'm sitting in, we in Clinton Danamora when he tell me that shit. Then he said, yo, make it to the Hall of Fame in baseball, batting 300. In the streets, we want to bat 1,000. That makes sense to you? He said, in baseball, make it to the Hall of Fame, batting 300. But in the streets, we want to bat 1,000. And so that's why a bunch of us go to jail. Because we trying to do the most. But if you just try to bat 300, you're going to be chilling. You'll go down in the Hall of Fame. If you go out there and get you $300 a day every day for 30 years, 40 years. Hall of Fame. Killed them. 100,000 a year, every year. Cash and money. What type of profession? What type of profession? You understand what I'm saying? $300 a day. You ain't even trying to do much. You ain't even think about it. That's 15 20s. That's 15 20s. 30 dimes. That's all I'm trying to do. Come out at 4 in the morning. It don't matter. You ain't all day long. You doing whatever you want to do. It's you on your own time. Came out at 4 in the morning. You went in at 10, took a nap. Came back out 2:30, 3 o'clock. That rush hour flow. Holler that bleak in them. Know what I mean? You get to do that on the job. I don't want to sound like I'm condoning this shit, but get you some money, homie. When the next mixtape coming, I don't know, man. I don't be giving a fuck about that raps like that no more, man. Pete Rock. Pete Rock was supposed to send me some beats. It's been like a year now. He ain't sent the beats, you heard? I guess I ain't getting the beats. I was trying to, like, you know what I mean, be easy with the raps till I get them beats. And then, like, you know what I mean, start working. But he never sent the beats. So, you know what I'm saying? He probably, I don't know, maybe, like, the industry convinced him, like, maybe he ran it by somebody, like, yo, what you think about the kids Zip with the drip? Like, no, don't put that dirty no on the couch. And he might have jacked that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Be hating, you know what I'm saying? You was the nicest rapper up north. Every spot I went to, I was the best there for 18 years. That's how I knew I was going to be nice when I came home. As I said that to myself, I said, yo, if you stay the nicest in every spot you go to, when you go home, you're going to be nice. I came home, K-Slade put me on Hot 97. I had to be kind of nice, you heard? I showed you how to rap on Vinny Idol beats. Let's get to that. You know what I mean? Vinny Idol need to send me a beat pack. If Vinny Idol send me a beat pack, that's another. You know what I'm saying? He told me he was going to holler at me, man. Nigga ain't holler at me neither, man. You know what I mean? He used to, you know what I'm saying? Vinny Idol said he was going to send me some beats, too. That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, y'all seen Kiss in my comment section earlier, too, on Instagram. Yo, man, this is growing, man. I'm growing in popularity out here, you heard? I'm growing in popularity and just starting to realize, like, nah, he really got something to say. I'm not just out here yapping, you got. I'm saying, even with the shit that I'm talking about right now. However y'all take it. But I'm just saying, it's 15 a year right now. I'm not promoting nothing. I'm telling y'all, I'm stressed out. I can't go out there and get that money no more. I'm too old to go out there and get. I already did it. I did 22 years state time. We ain't even talking them DFY bids I did, you heard? I did 2 DFY bids, bro. 2. Fuck it, we talking those 2. I started going to jail. I was like 11. Then I did a bid. I did a DFY bid. I went to something called Edwin Gould Academy in Spring Valley, New York. I used to be going AWOL from that shit and all of that, but I was there. You know what I'm saying? I came home from that shit October. It might have been like right before Halloween. October 1995 is when I came home. I did a year in that shit. You know what I'm saying? So from October 94 to October 95, I was in DFY. In July 96, I bucked it in the back of his head and went to Spofford. You know what I'm saying? I was only 15 still, so I went to Spofford for that. I stayed in jail from 6 to like October 9/7, you heard? Like September, October 9/7, you heard? I got locked up with a gun February 9/8. I came home off of that December 2001. So that's 4 years, damn near 46 months. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? I did the year in DFY. Then I did like the 15, 16 months in Spofford fighting that case. Then I went and did 4 years. Then I was home for 9 months and caught a 21-year piece, right? I did 18 off of that. I maxed out on parole on that and all that. I've been home for 5 years. I'm chilling, right? But that's why I'm chilling too. Because any other time I'm going outside. Yeah, I'm outside. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I'm going outside. See, like, that's what people be like. People think come home from jail, change. They don't. Come home from jail the same. While they out here is when they change, right? When you out here is when you make the transition. You don't make the transition in the can because the can is dangerous. You still living the same life you was living. It's just you don't got. You understand what I'm saying? You don't got. You can't. That's the only difference. Everything else, same thing. You got to get money. You need to shop every couple weeks for groceries. You need to be communicating with your families, is raising families. All of that. Everything is still the same. Only thing is you can't have, because you know what I'm saying, ain't no, that's the only thing. That's the only thing, bro. Other than that, that shit is a microcosm of society, man. Same thing, you got gonna think of doing time in jail is different from these now here in the street. What you did with your, with them 18 years that I was in jail, it's my dead grandmother. I could go to my block, where I'm from in the hood, I could go to my hood, and that was selling on them corners out is... So, while I was going for 18 years, how did these elevate? This is real shit. I'm saying it's like that, and it's mad going from jail, and it's people where they from doing the same exact thing that they was doing when them left. Be coming home from jail with degrees, all type of trades and skills they done learned in the can, all type of. So they really did more with their time than what these did out here, because these dropped out 8th, 9th grade. They ain't been in school. They don't got no GEDs. They might have got a GED on one of them little skid bids they did. But what I'm saying is people out here, they out here doing time. And what you did with your time. I remember I said that one time. I went to a graduation ceremony. Some of mine was graduating. I wasn't graduating, but some of mine was graduating from Cornell. You know what I'm saying? And one of the dudes had came back. He had did like 15 years, but he had been home like 10 years. And he had said that shit made a lot of sense to me. You know what I'm saying? 10,000 hours make you a pro, you heard? That's why I got YouTube in the smash right now. You see me right now, I'm looking at my phone. It's just like a mirror. I used to talk to myself in the mirror, but I really be talking to others. But I used to be looking at myself in the mirror. A fact, you can't teach that. It's a lot of shit you can't teach. Like some of these is bozos. Like you see these clowns from uptown, right? Like it's real live serious shit going on, right? I'm gonna address this on YouTube later. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna talk about this shit right now, because this shit is dead serious. Like, and I don't understand how these think. These is 60 years old, bro. One of these, the clown from uptown that be on my nuts the most is 60 years old. It's disgusting. But I ain't gonna talk about it for free on Instagram for that. I'm going on YouTube and I'm gonna get money talking about it. But I'm a wildest. He sounds stupid. Like, then you be running around with his claim to fame is him being Supreme Team, and from the Supreme Team saying he been a confidential informant for 40 years. Then when you go back in history and you look, he ain't been around the Supreme Team in at least 35 years. That's what he said out his mouth. He said out his mouth that he ain't been around them in 35 years. When I put this video together today, like this is the nail. I already talked about paperwork. I got all of the paperwork under the couch right now. All I got to do is tell the couch to burp and all of that shit is going to come out. You heard? You understand what I'm saying? So I'm about to wow these up some more. I'm getting money off of these. These is, man, making like basically, you still trying to make jokes. And the real deal is this is in the can. Life without parole. 80X. He said your man is a confidential informant. They didn't say that. They didn't put that part of the documentary out. I put that part of the documentary out. They didn't give a if people ran with that or not. It's not like they didn't do that. I did that. I'm the one that highlighted that. All of these clips of that shit going around is from my channel, from my page, all of them. If you listen to the clip, that is how I clipped it. Nobody else can clip it at the same exact mark as it. All of the clips is starts and ends at the same time. That's mine. That's nobody else's. They didn't do that. They didn't give a. They don't care about you. You see how Bimmy said on somebody's platform. He said that's all they said. Such and such. James Bimmy Andy is a rat. And then they don't mention me no more else in the documentary. Yeah, because they don't care about you. That was me. Yo, Bleak, holla at me. I got this in the smash. Matter of fact, I'm out. I'm about to dip off. Gotta put the watermark on that. Nah, I ain't with all of that. I can hustle anywhere, whether give me the credit for it or not. No, I don't care if you know where that came from. Bimmy know where it came from. That's all that matter, you heard? Yeah, I don't care if the other media out. That's why I don't put my name on it, watermark and nothing. I don't never put no watermark on nothing. I always go viral. I don't care. Yeah. Yeah. You don't see me out here. I got all of these trying to sound like me, trying to talk like me. From the couch, I got more motion than all these from the couch, bro. I ain't even start making content in the world yet. I did. I ain't gonna say I did. But I don't even like that. I'm gonna keep it a bucket's more better from right here. Couch, Lamont Sanford Jr. I get to do whatever I want to do, you heard? Yeah, I remember we did a podcast where I shot the Taxstone podcast, right? At first, not the Taxstone podcast, but when I did the Taxstone interview, right? I did like maybe 2-3 sessions in that building, you heard? At first, them bitches said we could smoke. After that, after the Taxstone interview come out, them said I couldn't smoke no more. It's like, what? We out here. We ain't with this no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't be like it like that. You know what I'm saying? Gonna tell me what I can and can't do while I'm doing me. I'd rather be right here. And I don't really like doing interviews and like that. So I'm good on all of that, you heard? But I'm about to go on YouTube and I'm about to talk about this, you heard? Because it's on the internet talking about me when his boss, then that brought him outside. He said that's the that brought him outside. The that brought him outside, said he a confidential informant. It's a clown from uptown making videos about me. Come on. Where they do that at? Why you on my nuts? Called Doc Juan from Queens. I was up north with that too. Yeah. Know what I mean? I was up north with that too. The Young Guns, yeah, I was up north with that. You think he locked back up? Nah, don't say that. My son did mad time in jail. I met that named Wendy. I seen that in the Nasty Man spot. Matter of fact, I was in some yo, listen, son, word of my mother, son, I had the Chinese joint with the fat. I snagged out of Atlantis. I took her to a spot. It's like on Lakewood or Liverpool, one of them spots over there. Like a little basement joint. I took her in there one night. Word of my mother, the bitch got all of the money in the joint, homie. Word of my mother, the bitches was mad. They started telling, like, yo, she ain't, They was like, yo, bro, you ain't tell me shit. I was like, yo, how much it, $60? Take that. I said, word of mother, she took all the money in the joint on them, but it was tight. Word of mother, I see my son Doc Juan in there. I was in there with Doc Juan and the Lone Belly, the one that just was on internet with Lisa Evans. Both of them was in there that night. Word of mother, I was up north with, so you know I was mad hype. I was mad happy because of that, you heard? Word of mother. Doc Juan back up north. Where So Be at? Now, I already wowed So Be up. Yo, I ain't gonna be wilding So Be up no more, man. Like, I just don't like how the old head try to do me, you know what I'm saying, off of the strength of them, you know what I'm saying? He try to, like, I feel like he try to violate me, you understand what I'm saying? Like, while other niggas slandering my name, he, like, try to lend credence to what them was saying, you heard? And I ain't like that, you heard? But I ain't really got nothing else to say about that. I told people he was a dope fiend, you know what I'm saying? People could take that for what it's worth, you know what I mean? I ain't really gonna be wilding on So Be like that, though, you know what I mean? Because he is who he is. He did what he did, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, you got down with some, you know what I mean? Because you ain't have to say nothing about me. You ain't have to. You ain't have to do that, you know what I'm saying? Man, everybody a pill head. It's a difference between people eating pills and people sniffing yay. Yay or that's a fact. I chew up a Gabby. I chew up a Gabby, you know what I'm saying, if I get a toothache. I get a toothache, I chew up a Gabby or two. Yeah. I gotta pop out more on IG. Nah, son. It's 56 people in here. It's 60 people in here. Hell no, I ain't with this, man. I'm just doing this because I was just telling 15 a yam, and I wanted to cry. And I know I ain't gonna cry if I'm on live, you heard? So I just went live on Instagram. I never been live on Instagram and feel like, you know what I mean? I want to cry though, man. That's just crazy, bro. Or the mother. But yeah, this live on Instagram shit, I don't be doing this, man. Be on here wilding with this Instagram shit. Ain't no money over here. Can't get no money on this. I be on YouTube live, though. That's the dude say, Paul. We just got here. What happened? I feel like crying because somebody told me it's 15 a yam right now. And I don't see more than outside with 20s. You know what I'm saying? Supposed to be getting money right now. And ain't doing nothing, man. Yeah, they playing games, got these scamming, talking all this shit. He's scamming, popping all this shit. It's 15 a yam right now. Como? How y'all got the scamming, popping shit? It's 15 a yam right now, bro. Smack me? Who is this? Who is this? Suck my nuts. So man, just smack me. You'll suck my nuts out of here. Suck my nuts. PG Racks, whoever you is, wherever you from, you, your whole block, all y'all to suck nuts. Yeah, how about that? Eat dog nuts, pork fried dog nuts. All y'all. Eat pork fried dog nuts. Yeah, how about God in talking about to smack me? Maybe you might. I'm not. That's the difference between me and these other you see on the internet, right? You might get your smack off. Bow, smack the shot. But what's gonna happen to you though? What's gonna happen after you do that? I'm gonna do this. You think I'm gonna hold my face? Oh, you smack? You think that's gonna happen? So you might. You want to smack your face, OG? Yeah, probably. Might do it. I believe it. I'm going up north and tell my how I shot the whole spot up after that. Everybody, like how that just happened in Brooklyn, you know how the mad people got hit up in Brooklyn the other day, a couple months ago, whenever that was. That's how it's going down. Bam, smack me. He backed out in the whole spot out, innocent people, whatever, everything. And just don't be on the internet saying Zip crashed out. No. Because before the word crash out was invented, I was wilding out here. Yeah, so say Zip was wilding. Don't say Zip crashed out. Don't never put that on me if you hear that I aired the situation out. If you hear I aired the function out, Don't say Zip crashed out, because that shit gonna make me mad. You better never come to jail, because I'm gonna stab the shit out of you, you heard? But yeah, say, yo, Zip was in his spot wilding. I'd rather that. Just say I was in there wilding, because that's what I be doing, wilding. Don't say I crashed out, though, because this ain't no crash out. You crashed out and made me do something to you. Yeah, the person that smacked me, they crashed out. I did this that I be doing. I be wilding. And that's what I started doing. So let the headlines read that. Instead of that, I crashed out. Because if you make a video and say I crashed out, and I see that, when you come to jail, I'm a lead your neck. Respectfully. I'm dead. Don't play with me. That's be saying, oh, yo, he crashed out. I don't be bothering you. Respectfully, I don't bother you. I ain't outside looking for problems, none of that. I'm not on that type of time. I'm a grown adult. If one of you try to violate me in these streets, I'm going to jail over that, homie. I want to. I want to go to jail over that. Rather than go to the hospital or the graveyard, I want to go to jail and tell my that I left up there. I'm going to tell them where I'm going to be on the gate. And I'm going to be telling them, know what I'm saying, how I did you, amongst other things. I'll be like, y'all used to be on the internet popping, man. How you think it's gonna go? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck, yo. Smack the shot of me right bus. I dropped the colognes and all of that. Yo, son, I tore the whole spot up. Yeah, I chased that all the way. Yeah, chased that up the escalator, everything. Yeah, people was jumping off the escalators. Yeah, it looked like the 9/11 movie. It looked like 9/11. Yeah, you think it's gonna... I don't know what y'all thought. Yeah. Nas was talking in my age when he was like, yo, shorty, don't bust at the crowd. He was talking to my age. Just think back. Think back. Only 12 trying to tell me that he liked my style. How old was I when Nas said, only 12 trying to tell me that he liked my style? Do the math. I was born in 1981. April 30th. Who was there when that wrote that rap? Who was 12? Yeah, don't bust at the crowd. What? That's better. Because at least I know somebody got something. Yeah, somebody had what? That is bugging. Yeah, what are you talking about? Don't do nothing to me. Please. Don't do nothing to me. Don't make me do nothing like that. I don't want to do that. I want to chill. I'm chilling. Yo, Bleak, holla at me. I'm chilling. I'm about to watch football. It's Sunday. Jackson Dart putting on. I never cheered for a Giant quarterback in my life. Never. I never once cheered for a quarterback for the Giants. Never. Until now, Jackson Dart, I'm with that. And Scatterbo, yo, the Great Whites. Yeah, the Great Whites. I'm exciting Whites. I'm with them. That kid Belly was a, what's her name up north? How you know? How you know that? How you know that? How you know that? You been typing a whole bunch of shit since I've been on live. How you know that? Tell me how you know that. Yo, Zip, Cavario just said all them old school new Bimmy told. Everybody saw the paperwork back then. Eli got y'all 2 Super Bowls against mine, Tom Brady. Tom Brady was mine. That's the thing that made me like football. I like Tom Brady. And Eli won them. Said every time he won them, I feel like the Randy Moss one, 07, 08, that I was in Wendy for that one, right? I won so much money all year, son. 18 games in a row. I was getting, what you want? 8, 9, 10 point. You got it, bro. No problem. I'll take that. I'm taking your 2 bricks. What you want to put 2 bricks on? I'm taking your 2 bricks. I'll take that same thing back. Y'all talking about I was killing them, bro. They had just beat the Giants. I think like the last game of the year or whatever.